What's up, guys? I know it's been forever since I've done a Carolina Panther video, and I apologize for that, but I've been busy with the Braves and a lot of other things going on, but that is no excuse. It's just kind of gotten away from me, but since it's very, very close to Carolina Panther football again, thought I'd come on here and do a video. Obviously, a lot of things have gone on the last few days with the cut day, the Adam Thielen trade today, the full youth movement with the wide receivers, which I can fully respect. And I think Dan did a nice job given the situation and the fact that the Thielens clearly wanted to go back to Minnesota. You got to respect that. That's where the journey began. And Adam Thielen was contemplating retirement. The Panthers are only on the hook for 1.5. The Vikings will absorb the other $7 million, I believe, and we were able to get a 2026 fifth and a 2027 fourth, which both of those values basically are 2 fourth-rounders. If I read that correctly, and if I did that wrong, I apologize for that, because I'm not very well versed in the exact value of things and where the picks fall and all that. But and then we gave up a 2026 seventh rounder and a conditional 2027 fifth rounder. But I think with not absorbing a lot of that contract, opening up $7 million, I think it's absolutely incredible. The Taylor Moton contract extension was awesome as well. And that means that our entire offensive line is locked in for at least the next 2 years, which stability and continuity up front is something that was a revolving door for a lot of the past several years when we were trying to figure out the quarterback. So having that is very, very important. And then you've got obviously with the Adam Thielen departure back to Minnesota and the release of Hunter Renfrow, I was a little surprised by it, but clearly the youth movement is on. Jalen Coker is going to have a bigger role. Xavier Legette needs to take a big leap, and obviously T-Mac. And you got the veteran in David Moore, and he's better special teams wise as well. So really fully endorsing the youth movement in terms of the wide receiver room. I wish we had more stability with the linebacker position, and that was one area that we can always kind of count on. And I know moves and grooves can still happen and probably will for sure, but the linebacker position is just a little sketchy. And special teams and gunners, that has been a point of conversation. We'll see how all of that works out. But and those are the areas that I'm a little skeptical of. But I'm really excited to see all the tight ends and how they take a leap forward as a security blanket. We saw what T-Mac was able to do in the limited time in preseason with those go balls. The running backs, ETN, made some flashy plays that could help the creativity and the versatility of the Panthers offense as well. It's just going to be paramount to see if the defense can stop the run, and I think Ransom and Morig are going to be crucial pieces to that. Obviously, Derek Brown being back is a very, very vital for the Panthers' success there. And being young, defensively and offensively, can be good and bad at the same time, because you're gonna, I hate the term, but you're gonna have growing pains moments. So I hope that the versatility and different skill sets of the offense can take a little bit of pressure off of the defense, scoring a little bit more and having a little bit more margin of error. Hopefully the run defense plugs those holes. And I think Alshon Robinson and those guys, Bobby Brown the third, I think we did a nice job filling areas in the free agency market. I just wish there was more back of the football card or resume in the linebacker position, just because they can kind of cover up some issues, and I don't think that we necessarily have that, but I think that it could build quickly, which is nice. We also had 3 undrafted free agents make the roster, most notably Corey Thornton, the cornerback. He really flashed, and I'm really well-deserved and very happy and appreciative. And the fact that the coaching staff continues to find diamonds in the rough is very, very encouraging. And I think the way the front office is doing things and the contracts and how they're structuring it, it's very smart and it's very football savvy, and we hadn't really seen that in the prior GM era, so I'm very happy about that. Obviously, this is probably the time to pounce on the NFC South, but again, it's just hard to predict how much the youth is going to be youthful and going to step up. But for Bryce Young, this is usually the launching off point in year 3 for a quarterback. So, and what we saw last year at the latter half was just totally gave me the warm and fuzzies. And I really like a lot of the guys that we brought in, and there's a lot of continuity there. And T-Mac was Bryce's guy, and the fact that we committed to that is also very, very impactful, that they listened to the franchise quarterback, what he wanted, and having the offensive line together for at least 2 more years is fantastic. Unfortunately, Ike Ekwonu dealing with an appendectomy, so his status for week 1 against Jacksonville is up in the air, but we've seen the versatility of Brady Christensen come to light a lot, so I think that is going to be fine. And I'm, again, really excited, but I'm tempering my expectations in that I think best case scenario 10-7, probably more realistic. My prediction was 9-8. I don't know, but the way the NFC South is, it's time to pounce, because I mean the consistency of Baker Mayfield and Tampa is the one you worry about, but Atlanta's been dealt with a lot of injuries and big time injuries on their offensive line. They're going to be solid too, but the rebuilding of the New Orleans Saints, that kind of thing, you never know. So this is the point where we could really surprise people, and I think we have depth and versatility and youth and a lot of things going for us as a football team as a whole. I just don't know at all how to predict it, and usually when I get too high and too happy, things crash and burn, so I'm going to try to stay the opposite of that, but I'm really excited for the possibilities. I like how we've done things. Hendon Hooker being on the practice squad, former Tennessee quarterback, that could be development. I know he struggled mightily and not really got a huge opportunity with Detroit rather, but I think that's possible because we've seen what Dave Canales has done with Bryce Young, and even what he did with Andy Dalton in the time that Andy Dalton was starting for us as well. And DJ Dallas had some flashes in Seattle and some things, so that is really good veteran depth in the backfield. Obviously, you've got Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, 2 1,000-yard backs. That could be very, very fun in the backfield as well. Hopefully Damian Lewis is okay with his shoulder, but there is endless amounts of possibilities and fun that could happen for the Panthers, but it also could be frustrating and youthful at times. So we're gonna see what angle of attack we're gonna be, but it's gonna be really exciting. As always, keep pounding. Go Panthers! Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps it a lot. Thanks, guys.